All right, shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all thanks, glory, honor, and praise to the supreme power, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and peace and salutation to all who are came out there doing the works in sincerity and truth, through the four winds. Shalom to the few sisters watching and learning. Stay strong and remain humble. This is the brother Kazawan from the GMS Bahamas camp, back at you with another lesson. Lord's willing, this lesson be edifying and help you be built up in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. As we can see from the heading here, which says the Gates Foundation backs a UN campaign to accelerate digital infrastructure, showing us that this devil is at it once again. Bill Gates, all right, he's just one of a select few, all right, of the wicked, all right, the elite, a part of the elite, the 1%ers, all right, who according to Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into their hands. As Job 9 and 24 says, roughly paraphrasing, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, all right. Because as we know, the two major prophecies that have to be fulfilled before the return of our Lord and Savior, Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, is the mandatory implementation of the Karagma, the RFID, all right, this digital infrastructure what they're trying to in place, all right, to collapse the paper dollar and put everything in a microchip form, and World War III. But we're going to focus on that Karagma, on that RFID, because that's where this digital infrastructure is leading us into, all right. And Bill Gates and his wife or ex-wife or whatever they have going on, all right, they're starting with countries, all right. I think they call it the 50 in 5, all right. They're trying to implement digital infrastructure in 50 countries in a span of 5 years. You see they saying, and when they say digital infrastructure, meaning relying solely, all right, on digital currency, okay, relying solely on the RFID, on the Karagma, all right, relying solely on the Karagma for your finances, for your healthcare, for the way you eat, for your agriculture, for the way that you trade, all right. It's going to be hard to function in society without being acclimated, all right, to that digital infrastructure. And it's spearheaded by, started off as a tech genius, then he turned to a farmer, then he turned to a scientist. Now we back to the Karagma, all right. Bill Gates, he wears many hats. Only because he has a lot of money, everybody looks at him, you know what I mean, as some type of genius or sometimes it's a type of savior to the world. When it all in fact is, you know, he's a part of that wicked, the wicked, all right. Well, anyway, let me read the article and get a couple of precepts to try and drive my point home. It says the Gates Foundation backs a UN campaign to accelerate digital infrastructure. It says a group of 11 countries have agreed to participate in the digitization program led by the United Nations Development Program, which will feature a strong focus on the digital ID. The UNDP describes the 50 in 5 campaign as a collaboration with Bill Gates and Melinda Gates, the Center for Digital Public Infrastructure, co-develop, and the Digital Public Goods Alliance, with support from the Inter-American Development Bank, GovStack, and UNICEF. Okay, so all these departments, all these subcommittees, all these bodies or groups of people, basically they're led by the so-called white man, all right. They're all a part of, they're like, how would you put it? Seedlings of that beast system. Okay, seedlings of that European Union and that NATO Union. All right, spearheaded by the wicked, the so-called white man. All right, Esau Edom. All right, Bill Gates is just a front. They have some people who basically bigger than him. All right, who names you don't really hear in the public, but Bill Gates is just the public face, the public figure. All right, spearheading this charagma. All right, like they say in here, 50 in 5 states. Like I said, they're trying to get 50 countries in 5 years to implement that digital infrastructure, which was going to lead into that charagma. All right, and all this is prophecy that the prophets before our time, all right, was trying to forewarn us about. All right, to Wadi Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we in these times, and we be able to break down and see these things happening right before our eyes. All right, like what Habakkuk say, this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." The vision, all right. These prophecies, these things with the Most High Power Yahweh Bashim Yahushai allowed the prophets before us to see. All right, great prophets like Isaiah, Jeremiah, all right, John the Revelator, all right, Ezekiel, Daniel, okay. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time. The time is now." Like he said to Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we have such excellent leaders that guide us and protect us and that can break these precepts down and teach us and give us this knowledge and increase our wisdom, all right, in terms of breaking down these precepts. "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." All right? It will surely come, it will not tarry. And guess what? You might as well say it's here. It's just not being mandatory implemented yet. But we know that's right around the corner. All right? This devil is waiting to see who's going to take this and who's going to do this willfully. All right? Like these 50 countries who are willfully translating into that. All right? And then for those of us of the elect, God's willing, we be a part of that elect number. All right? The elect, they're going to put that pressure on. All right? They're going to either threaten you with prison, death, or torture. Okay? That's what they're going to do. All right? So, let me get a little bit more in the article. All right, it says, "The aim of the program is to accelerate the adaptation of the digital public infrastructure, or the DPI, a concept detailed in the most recent G20 leaders declaration from September." All right, so anytime you see these leaders or leaders of these countries go to, I forget, I think it's held in Brussels, them G20 summits and them World Economic Forum summits, and you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, these UNICEF and all type of different things. Anytime you see them go there, they just go in there to get their marching orders, their mandate of what they're trying to do, all right, or what they're trying to implement upon the people. And they only gun them for you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos, the real Israel, okay? Their people is collateral damage. They don't matter who get caught in the crosswinds, but their main objective, all right, is to deceive and cause you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos to receive that charagma, okay? Because they know once they do that, once you take that, all right, it's no taking that out, it's no taking that back. You can't get away from that, okay? That's their main objective. Everyone else is collateral damage. And guess what? These laws, statutes, and testimonies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, these ain't for the heathen anyway. This is only for us. This is our kryptonite. Okay, when we go off from this, the Most High Power Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, all right, he's with us. Okay. Let me read what it said. It said the aim of the program is to accelerate the adaptation of the digital public infrastructure, or the DPI, a concept detailed in the most recent G20 declaration from September. All right, it's fix it up with their fancy words and whatever, but we know, we ain't ignorant of this devil's devices. Okay, so they could probably pretty it up and put it in fancy terms, or think they trying to fool someone. You know what I mean? We could read to comprehend. You know, they ain't fooling no one. We could just go to the scriptures. You know, the highest form of knowledge is in these scriptures. 2 Corinthians 2:11 says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices." We're not ignorant that they're trying to crash the paper dollar, all right, and implement this charagma, all right, by implementing the digital infrastructure. And I can see that happening right over here in the Bahamas also, because our government, they hand in hand with Babylon there. If Babylon say go left, they go left. If Babylon say jump, they say how high. If Babylon sneeze, they catch the cold. You understand? They in bed, all right, with Babylon. So for our people over here, I can see them going to this dance with Babylon. You know what I mean? Um, it says that the aim of the program, so look, I think I went up too high. It says the aim of the program is, sorry. It says that the UNDP explains that the concept encompasses a network of components such as digital payments, digital ID, and data exchange systems, all of which are seen as helping countries to achieve the UN's Sustainable Development Goals. Like I say, all of this is part of that B system, the UN being the United Nations and NATO being the National Alliance of Treaty Organizations. All right, this is the way that they want the world to turn. Okay, so this is what they're trying to do, like it says here. All right, it says digital payments, digital payments. Where is it? Digital IDs, right here. Digital payments and digital IDs and digital exchange systems. You see, they're saying that's the main objective. So that's basically having you in a financial or in digital slavery, all right, in a nutshell. They're able to shut you off or shut you on as they wish, or whenever you go off, they shut you off, or whenever they think you acting up, they shut you off. Whenever they think you being a good slave, they shut you back on. All right, so you got to be careful. This devil wicked. All right, but we know a lot of our people are going to rely on this because why? They're basically into the ways of this world. All right, they're tied into this world pertaining to their wealth. They're tied into this world pertaining to vanity. All right, they're tied into this world because of their status. All right, because of that power. Okay, so they are gonna run to Egypt for help. You understand? Which leads me to this next precept again. This next precept of my head, this I say, that's 86 and 60. I think so. Let me check. It's lock here. Isaiah, the 36th chapter, the 6th verse. Okay. All right, because like I said, our country is going to fall into the wayside with Babylon when this is implemented. All right. And now we see here in the article it reads that it says that 50 countries are going to be implementing this infrastructure in 5 years. All right, so they trusted in Babylon also. Isaiah 36 and 6 reads, it says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt." All right, the staff of this broken reed, which is Egypt. Okay, Egypt being America being spiritual Edom, spiritual Egypt, all right, and spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, it says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand." Like I said, this digital infrastructure is leading into that RFID microchip, into that charagma, okay? And it's going to go in your right hand or in your left hand. I'll bring out the precept to bring that point home also, or in your forehead, all right? As you can see, the Tesla guy, Elon Musk, already trying to put this in this Neuralink, put it in the guise of Neuralink in your head, okay? I'm taking it again from the top. Isaiah 36 and 6, it says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go in his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh king of Egypt to all that trust in him." They are going to bow down to this beast system. They are going to bow down to Babylon. All right, they're all going to bow down to this devil, the so-called white man. All right, and this is how the Most High is going to separate his elect from 2/3. All right, because as we know, 2/3 of our people with a multitude that were born in vain, they are going to be allotted for death. All right, because they had no faith in the Most High. Because they had no faith in the Most High power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, they're going to take that charagma. They're going to comply with this digital infrastructure. Okay, they're going to be a part of the system. They're going to be connected to the Internet of Things. You understand? it says in particular, the 50 in 5 campaign has set the target of having 50 countries designed to implement the scale of the digital infrastructure component in a safe and inclusive and interoperable manner by the end of 2028. The first movers that are participating in this campaign from the onset are Bangladesh, Estonia, Ethiopia, Guatemala, Moldova, Norway, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and Togo. All right. So they already drank the wine of the beast. All right. They already sell out. You might as well say they're already ready for destruction of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And all these places that were just named, trust me, Jake there. All right. Jake is there because this thing don't go with skin color or looks. All right. We everywhere and we look like everybody. All right. It says that the involvement of the Gates Foundation will come as a little surprise to those following the rise of digital identity around the globe. Bill Gates pushing his agenda. Like I said, his agenda is that RFID. It says the philanthropic organization has been key backers of the digital public infrastructure, having announced $200 million fund for such efforts in September of 2022. The Melinda French Gates has highlighted the potential of the mobile devices to play an important role in digital ID, noting that it can foster the spread of digital accounts and other aspects of DPI. All right. So as we know, these devils behind everything. Okay. Don't take that charagma. You know. Don't take that charagma. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and 16. You can start from 15. It reads, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many that as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Like I said, those of us who are not going to comply to this digital infrastructure, to this charagma, right, to this beast system, all right, we're going to be, some of us are going to be martyred, all right, for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for trusting in the supreme power, for having faith in the Most High Power Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to deliver us. Okay, we're going to be persecuted. All right. Revelation 18 and 16. It reads, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive that charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. All means all. All right. So no matter your status in society, no matter how much money you get, no matter if you lock up, no matter if you're free. All right. If you're a part of that 2/3 that the Most High has allotted for that, you are going to take that. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he had that charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So like I said, you're not going to be able to function in society. You're not going to be able to receive the benefits in society. All right? Things are going to be a little hard. You're going to be tried by fire. Okay? You're not going to be able to sell. You're not going to be able to buy. You're not going to be able to function. All right? If you don't have that charagma. All right? Verse 18 reads, here is wisdom, let him that had understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and this number is 603 in that digital infrastructure. All right, you're going to be relegated to a damn barcode. You're not going to be known by John so-and-so or Henry so-and-so. You're going to be known by digital number such and such. Basically a scan, like how them receipts is be on the back of them products inside these stores. That's how it's going to be. They're going to try to digitally enslave you. All right. Here's the consequences for taking that. All right. These are the consequences. 14 and 9. Revelations. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14 and 9. It reads, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. The cup of his indignation meaning you're going to suffer that righteous anger. And indignation means righteous anger of the Most High. Like I said, there's no repenting and there's no coming back from taking that. If you're taking that, you're basically marked for death. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. All right. I get one more before I go. Let's look at Revelations chapter 3 and 10. It's the book of Revelation chapter 3 and 10. It reads, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Lord's willing, the Most High Power, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, keep us stable, all right? Let us remain steadfast and circumspect in His word, all right? So that when that day comes, that we, even if we are threatened with martyred, the guillotine, imprisonment, starvation, Lord's willing, the Most High Power, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, give us the will to fight through that, all right? Revelation 3 and 10, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right? And let's will and be a part of that number. All right? So don't take that charagma. Don't fall into the trap with them talking about cashless society and this new digital infrastructure and putting these things in your right hand or your left hand or in your foreheads. All right? They're going to bring it to you like they brought it to you in the form of the computer first. Then they brought it to you, if it gets smaller, they brought it to you in the form of your phone. Then they brought it to you in the form of your watch. Now they're bringing it in the form of that charagma, that RFID, and that's going to be biometrically implanted in you. Don't take that charagma. All right? Or suffer the righteous anger of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And this is only for you so-called Native Americans, Negroes, and Latinos. Any other heathen nation or any other nation other than Israel, all right? Do what you want to do, all right? The Most High Power Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai ain't dealing with you. He's only dealing with the nation of Israel, our people, the real Israel. All right, so with that, I'd like to close out. I'd like to give all thanks, glory, honor, and praise to the Supreme Power, Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kadash, for putting the Spirit upon me to bring out this lesson. All right. Lord's willing, this lesson was edifying and served this purpose, which is to help build the spiritual tabernacle of King David. This is the Brother Kazawan closing out. Shalom and Abad Babal.